What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. It is now the new year, so happy new year to everyone. Hopefully everyone has a safe and happy new year celebration. So we're now in the year 2022, and we are starting things off clean slate with a brand new legend tier list video. This is a special one though, because this is the first official tier list since the sync schedule between the global side and the Japanese side of One Piece Treasure Cruise. So we're going to be starting things fresh, putting all the units on as we go, and we'll work from there. Because the thing is, this tier list, comparatively from last month's tier list on the YouTube channel, there are so many brand new characters, right? We've got, like all the 6+s that just came out. We have Lucci, we've got Kizaru, we've got the Halloween units, we've got the Superclass units, we've got the two new dual Straw Hat characters, Kaido, the brand new New Year's Legends, 6+ Odin. Like, there's just like so many new characters. This is going to be a bunch of fun, and hopefully not too long. I kind of want to squeeze this down to be not too long, but I want to make sure that we talk about the applicable units, okay? So before we actually jump into this tier list, I want to inform you guys on what my personal criteria is for putting characters on this list. First of which is we have the overall power of the unit. What is their damage potential? Can they reach those really high damage capacities? What is the speed of the character? How fast are they at clearing content? Also, how reliable are they at clearing that content as well? And is there content that they literally cannot beat because of the way the character is designed? And also, what is their usability and their versatility? What kind of teams can they build? What kind of characters can be used with them? And are they used on teams where they're not even like super optimal just because they're that good for any piece of content out there? So those are my criteria heading into this video today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start from the top and work our way down. So none of these characters are super amazing right now. I mean, like, Rayleigh does have that useful special and useful support effect. I think right now I will leave him around tier 5, but he's very, very good. The rest of these characters, probably not so. I mean, Hody's interesting because he's got a very good support effect. And I guess the thing is now is because we have the Straw Hat Pirates, Luffy and the Straw Hats, the brand new New Year's Legend, that character really puts a lot of other units into perspective, because while these units may not be super powerful on their own, if you are utilizing the Straw Hat characters with them, it actually makes them a lot better than what they normally are. So you really have to keep that in mind. I mean, especially like Cody Jones, the fact that he actually provides special reverse to all characters rather than just Powerhouse under the Straw Hats. Also, Hody's a damage dealing special, so you've got access to like Halloween lore support and stuff. But we're going to keep going until we see a character that probably needs to be talked about here. Tesoro got a good special, good support effects, same kind of thing there. Corazon's pretty good, leave him up there for sure. Frankie is a very interesting one. Frankie, I actually do believe, deserves to be in this tier list. And while that is a little bit strange, it's mainly just due to the fact that he has great synergy with characters such as Toki, Yamato, other really, really good characters in the game, and the fact that this is the only unit in the game that has a passive effect that can bypass damage limiter during your normal attacks. Of course, we have characters like versus Ace and versus Akainu, which can ignite the enemies, which does damage through that damage limiter, but this character can do it with his normal attacks, with his general Frankie effect, and I do think that has to be stated, and I do think he does deserve to be in this tier list just because of that. Honestly, absolutely incredible effect. I think Snake Man is still kind of okay, like decent special ability for sure. Neko's got a really good support, Doflamingo not so much. I think that the Sanji Judge and Duel unit is kind of great because not only good for the Straw Hats as a friend captain, but their special ability is very good for the brand new Kaido and lead performers character, which we will talk about a little bit later. This is like one of the most amazing characters for that team. Really, really powerful units. Luffy lore, I mean, still an okay special. I think they're severely outdated these days. I think Big Mom is like still a usable special and switch effect though. Sabo Koala, again, like usable but not super amazing. Nami's got a really good special. Vivi Rebecca, I think they're still around like a tier 1, maybe tier 2, because their captain effect just sucks. And while their switch effect provides that chain lock, I don't think it's as usable or like as great as what it once was. Previously, before we had these like super OP characters, having a 2.5 times chain lock every turn was amazing. But when you really think about it, this special ability of removing all enemies blue and rainbow shield, it is good. However, how often do you really need V1 Viva Rebecca these days? Well, they are good for like the GARP challenges that reset every month. Outside of that, personally, I haven't really needed to use them that much, but they're still very good, don't get me wrong. V1 Shirahoshi Manchuri, I think they're still a pretty usable special ability. Stampede Luffy, I think, is actually still pretty good. The thing about him is he's got a really good captain effect, reducing despair and paralysis by 10 turns. I mean, that alone, because he can hybrid well with any strength, dex, or side captain that can work with him, so keep that in mind. This character is really, really strong still. Douglas Bullet, I think, is probably in the same vein as that. Now, in terms of where I want to rank each of these characters, because we do want to do that as well, and we can start doing that early before we get too many characters on the list. I do think Bullet is probably the best of these, and I'll probably leave it like that, I think. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. But then we've got V1 Kaido, who I think he should be in tier 1 still. I mean, tier 0 maybe. No, definitely not tier 0. I think you're going to leave him in tier 1 for now. I mean, like, his captain effect is still amazing, just bypassing just every piece of mob content in the game just because of his passive effect. Just a ridiculously good effect. And the 20% health cut every time you enter a stage, very underrated, very powerful ability to have. We also have V1 Katakuri. He can go in tier 3, a little outdated now, probably even lower than that, honestly. Yeah, I mean, as a captain, you're not really using him as a captain much these days. Yeah, I think it's kind of fair to have him here. As much as I love Katakuri, and like, I'm just like removing all bias here because I'm a huge Katakuri fanboy. I just don't think V1 Katakuri is like all that, at least not these days anyway. Halloween Ace is still pretty good. He's kind of the similar thing to Stampede Luffy, where his captain effect is just amazing because of the passive utility that he gives, but not like the greatest unit ever. And then Chop is pretty good still. He can deserve to be here. Yeah, he could be here. I'm going to put him actually above... Actually, no, I use Chopper a lot more than Vivi Rebecca for sure. He's probably better than Bullet in a lot of cases, actually. His utility is really good. And, I mean, you know, duping cotton candy is always a really useful effect to have. I think he deserves to be in tier 2, honestly. At least at the top of tier 2. Luffy Zoro, still pretty good. Leave him in tier 2 for now. Pretty good switch effect. Great utility with their switch. And good damage boosting effects as well. Sober Mask, I think, is really good. I love this character so much. I can't wait till this guy gets a 6+, because they could do some really cool things with Sober Mask. Just an incredible unit that just sees play on so many different teams. And the fact that he's a quick unit, and he's also Powerhouse, great synergy just with that alone. He's also Free Spirit, really good Free Spirit units in the game. Just a nice unit. I think Lucy is like slightly... He's probably down here, to be honest. He just doesn't see that much play. We've got Nami Robin. Nami Robin are just a little bit niche for my liking, but they're okay. They'll be the first character in tier 3 for now. Do I want to put Luffy Zoro there? I think they're kind of better than Stampede Luffy. I'll leave them there for now. Yeah, they're okay. They're pretty good. All right, let's move on to Allman Crew. Allman Crew are kind of the same here. Bad captain effect, but like special and crewmate effect are just really good. So they deserve to be on this list for sure. Shanks Crew, I think, like right now, I'll leave them in tier 0, but I might change that. We'll come back to Shanks Crew. We'll just put him on the list for now. Marco is one of those ones that has an okay special ability, but not amazing. Mihawk and Perona, they have a really good special ability. The captain effect is pretty bad though. I think they're probably the best of these 3 characters that we'll put there so far. Now, Rayleigh is an interesting character, so I'll leave him here for now, but look, the thing about Rayleigh is that at the moment, when you just use him in regular content, Rayleigh's pretty bad, but the brand new Straw Hat Legend makes Rayleigh so much better because it makes his effect to make your normally cerebral and fighter characters' normal attacks to bypass defensive effects. That is now a rainbow effect under the Straw Hats. So I think this character becomes a lot better. And I think because of that, I'm probably going to put him the top of tier 4 because you can do some crazy shenanigans with that. That's a really cool effect. Quickbeard, who has a usable captain, okay special ability, probably around here, something like that. Yeah, like that. I think that's pretty fair. He's got a really good support as well. That really helps out too. Cruzan's okay. He's probably around here, to be honest. He's okay. And then we got Fujitora, who's not that good. Snake Man. I think Snake Man's still kind of underrated. I think at the moment I'll leave him here. He's still very usable, but the fact that he only provides like the 5x boost to strength units and they specifically have to have a red or a recovery slot to get that boost, it's a little outdated, but still good super type special, good regular special, good as a sub on a lot of different teams. The problem, I guess, is that he's a Luffy unit and there's lots of good Luffy units in the game. I think that super type Sabo, he's actually still kind of good, really good in like Dex content for sure. I guess I'll leave him around here. I think that's pretty respectable for him. Then we've got Super Type Katakuri. He definitely deserves to be on this list. He's really good in Kizuna clashes. Really nice. Definitely sees a lot of play in Kizuna clashes if you're up against int content. But the problem is that Halloween Perona basically 1-for-1 replaces him in a lot of pieces of content, which, you know, I feel bad for my main Katakuri because he's still pretty good, but yeah, basically 1-for-1 replacement there. Blackbeard. Blackbeard. Yeah, he does still deserve to be on this list for sure, but his captain effect isn't that great. I'll leave him here. He's probably here, let's be real. He's still pretty good, but yeah, he's not the best anymore. Kid, I'm not even going to put him on the list. He's pretty bad. Hawkins is still pretty niche, to be honest. Who would have thought that, you know, Hawkins is a more usable character than Kid? It's just there's so many other better units than Kid you can use for Dex teams, like, because he is literally only mono Dex. There's way better units you can use for mono Dex compared to Kid. Hawkins, though, he's kind of niche. He, like, does things that other units pretty much can't do. So, yeah, I'll leave him around this tier here. He's probably above that. He's probably around here for sure. Alright, next we have Garp. Garp's still pretty good. Bad captain ability, though. Probably leave him around here. And then Smoker, he's kind of the same thing. He's fine, like, right here. Sugar, I think, is easy tier 1. We'll manipulate some of these characters around a little bit later, but, you know, Sugar's still really good. V2 Rayleigh, you know, he's kind of okay still. He's fine. He's kind of like here. Wano Law. I love Wano Law. His captain ability is a bit outdated, but still good. Good usage as a sub. Chain Boundary and Orb Boost is never a bad thing. Great Orb Manipulation too. Boa Hancock, I think, is definitely in here. Definitely, for sure. She's amazing. Jinbei sucks. Luffy Sanji. I mean, look, personally, like, this is a personal bias. I'm not a big fan of Luffy and Sanji. The fact that they have to be at full HP for their 2.5 attack boost is actually dog shit. Like, I don't care. And the fact that this character doesn't treat recovery as beneficial as a captain, you have to use their switch effect before you use their special ability, is just trash. Look, I'm gonna leave them at the top of tier 2 for now, but, like, honestly, I would prefer to use Boa Hancock in a lot of cases over Luffy Sanji, but Luffy and Sanji, they do have hunger, which is pretty unique for them. They've got healing. They do provide the attack boost. It's a Luffy Sanji unit. You get access to pretty good supports. Sweet Commanders are pretty strong still. Leave them up there for sure. Capone, V1 Capone. He's kind of niche. I'll leave him around here. He's still kind of nice. He kind of nice with it. Oh, the Halloween hybrids. I love the Halloween hybrids. I think they're super underrated. I'll leave them at the top of tier 2. These guys are super good. I think Law's better, but Mihawk is pretty ridiculous, honestly. Shanks is pretty bad. I'll leave him at the bottom of tier 5. He needs a 6+. Kaido versus Big Mom. I think for now I'll leave them in tier 1. I'd probably put them around here. Man, they're really good. It's hard. You know, the top 5 in the tier 0 is going to be kind of difficult to place. Now, we also have, you know, 6+ Blackbeard. He's fine, but he's probably like the bottom of it. He's such a bad captain. I don't understand how people like this unit. Like, why would you use Blackbeard when you can just use Carrot? Like, Carrot is like so much better. Obviously, for long content, Carrot isn't as ideal. Blackbeard sucks, man. Blackbeard just sucks. Alright, we got V2 VV Rebecca. Man, V2 V Rebecca is still pretty good. I think it's around here. I think V2 V Rebecca is around this tier here with like Snake Man and Hancock, honestly. And then we've got V2 Shirahoshi Manchuri. Honestly, one of my favorite units that is released in 2021. Like, absolutely bonkers unit. I think Wano Law's better than Sober Mask. I don't know, it depends on the situation. I think this unit's about here. Like, I legit think this unit's one of the best units of the year. So freaking powerful. Alright, what do we have next? We actually have my man Goldie freaking Roger. Goldie Roger, no doubt in my mind, he is still going to be one of the top 5 best units of the game. I don't think anyone really disagrees with that, and if you do, then you're just wrong. I'm sorry. Look, I think everyone is entitled to their opinion, but there are some things that are like they're just objective, right? And Roger is objectively still one of the best units in the entire game. And you're wrong if you think that they're not, because he's amazing. Sanji Pudding. Now, Sanji Pudding, I think this unit on paper is very good, but unfortunately, I haven't found too many instances where I've actually needed to use them. So at the moment, I think I'll leave them at the bottom of tier 2. I think that's fine for them for now. We might actually go ahead and zoom in a bit more so you guys can see a bit more of these units here. V2 Sanji, he's okay. He's kind of like the same tier as these characters. Probably around there. Super Type Zora. I think Super Type Zora is still pretty good. Remember that he does have the ability to get rid of Special Bind as a captain, so you got to keep that in mind. And he can hybrid well with some of the other really good Dex units that are in the game, like Lucci, Queen, Law, etc. There's so many good units he can hybrid with. I think due to that, I think he's probably around this tier. Snake Man's still pretty good though. Snake Man I think is better than Zora. Good captain though. Really good captain. Super Type Kaido. I love this unit too. Really, really fun unit to use in content. I think he's a tier 1 unit. I think I'd probably put him around here. You know, it's crazy, because Kaido versus Big Mom is still really good, but yeah, like, definitely, I use these units way more than Kaido versus Big Mom. It's just, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Mihawk, he's pretty bad. Actually, you know what? He's not even going on the list. Mihawk sucks. V2 Mihawk is so bad. I don't care what anyone says. He's trash. 6+ Zora, he's not going on the list either, honestly. We've got NL. NL's pretty good. Really good Mono Psi team. he probably goes around here. Ooh, Ace versus Akainu. Now, this is still, and at the moment, I want to leave him in top 5. I think we're going to probably end up with more than 5 units in the top 5, but it's okay. We'll be able to bring him down. That's not going to be an issue, but I think still one of the best units. The fact that it has both Ace and Akainu, free spirit shooter, driven powerhouse, just... if you get that unit, it's so valuable for your account to have that unit. We've got Onami. Onami's still pretty good. I mean, good special ability. Good special. I'm pretty okay with leaving her there. She's alright. We've got Magellan. I'm not a fan of Magellan, honestly. I think he's probably around here. He's alright, but terrible captain, and it's really hard to get his full boost to activate. Just really annoying, honestly. Not a big fan. V3 Blackbeard, I mean, you gotta respect what he can do, at least, but... honestly, there's so many other better units you would rather use in content compared to him. He's just really poor design. Moria. I think Moria at the moment is definitely a tier 1 style unit. I would probably put Moria around here. We've got Cracker. Cracker's pretty nice as well. I'll leave him in this tier here. He's pretty nice. Bad captain effect though. Incredible support effect, but unfortunately can't even attach to the sweet commanders. That kind of sucks. We've got the Fire Tank Pirates. I think Fire Tank are a tier 0 unit. I hate their captain effect though, as much as good it is. Look, it's hard to discuss Fire Tank Pirates because they are everything about a dual unit that I don't like is the fact that their solo captain effects are okay at best. They're fine, but they're really slow. They are really, really slow for getting through content. Unlike, you know, Straw Hat Pirates that just came out, or Roger and Newgate that just came out. They don't really care about being slow because their solo captain effects are so strong. You like barely have to, you know, take your time to get through content. They're not stally, very defensive like Capone is. You know, they're really good because of the Luffy and Straw Hats, of course. So keep that in mind. All right, so we got Bonnie. Again, Bonnie, another unit that gets buffed significantly because of the Straw Hat Pirates. I do think that Bonnie is probably a tier 2 unit. I think Bonnie is probably around here. She's really good. She might even be better. Actually, might even be better than Luffy and Sanji. Yeah, I'm pretty. Actually, nah, okay. Yeah. Then again, now I'm thinking, do I want to put the Halloween hybrids up in tier 1? No, we'll wait, because there's going to be a lot of units to go through first. All right, let's go with Final Tap Luffy. I think he is the worst of the Final Taps. Is he a bad unit, though? No, he's not a bad unit. I think for now, I'm going to leave him at the top of tier 2. We have Law. Law is amazing. He's very good. He's going to be in tier 0. He's going to be the best of tier 0, I think, for now. Shanks Crew is still pretty good, though. I think I'll leave him at the top of tier 0 for now, though. And Kid. Oh, you know what's crazy? I think Kid's actually better. It's crazy to say because I did think that Law on release was the best unit, but as time has gone on, I have definitely used Kid way more than I've used Law. Kid is just crazy. The fact that you can just get his special to launch multiple times per turn, and that you can become whatever boost you want, whether it be color affinity, attack boost, or boost. It's so valuable. And, you know, Law is still very valuable as well. The guaranteed increased damage taken on the enemy is so good. But, oh, man. I don't know. I think this is about right, though. I think that's about right. What do we have next? Ace and Sabo. Ace and Sabo also very good. I think I want to rate him around here. Like, I honestly like Kid a lot more than Ace and Sabo right now. I think a lot of people will probably put them in tier 0. Or top 5, should I say. I don't like them that much because they're another one of those units that have a relatively slow captain effect. The innate utility in their captain effect is very strong, and the fact that they're a rainbow captain but their special is only for shooters and free spirit, don't like that about them either, because like while they are a rainbow captain, you're basically building for shooter and free spirit, so I don't like that at all. But they're a good unit. They're a really solid unit. Komorosaki, also super solid unit. I love the captain effect of Komorosaki. Not super strong, but it's good. Probably Katakuri's a little bit better, but still a really nice unit. Ooh, we got the old mate Wanks. I think they're going to be top 5 for now, but we'll have to wait and see. I love this unit. It's crazy how bad I thought this unit was on release, and how I was completely wrong about that. This unit is amazing. What do we have next? We got Marco. Marco, really good sub. Terrible captain effect, though, in my opinion. I want to leave them around here. I think I'm pretty happy with that. What do we have next? We have the Treasure Map Legend Sanji. Okay, this is another one that's probably the top of tier 2. Probably here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, actually. Next, we have Germa 66, 6+. I love this unit as well. This probably is... I like Germa 66 more than I do like Treasure Map Legend Sanji. but I do think that I like Luffy a little bit more than Germa 666. I think that's a pretty fair place to put him. Next, we have King and Queen. All right, we are going to put them pretty high. I think King is about here. Actually, you know what? No, King probably is the best of tier 1. And then Queen is slightly better than him just because Chain Boundary is absolutely broken. I kind of want to do this. Honestly. And looking at it, I kind of want to... No, do I want to put Shanks Crew down? I kind of want to do this. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that right now. Again, this is all changing because we got so many units to add right now. Toki! Alright, this might be one of the biggest changes from last month. I legit think Toki is one of the top 5 best units in the game. It took me a long time to come around to it, but after using her a lot in the month of December... Whoa, she's good. She is incredible. Very powerful unit. Really happy that I have access to this unit. Boy, oh boy, she's good. She is very, very good. Sabo, I thought this unit was going to be a lot better than what he was. His captain effect was a bit of a letdown, but still a pretty powerful special ability. I think I'll put him about here for now. Yeah, it's pretty respectable for Sabo. The Straw Hats, I think Straw Hats are actually pretty good still. I would probably put them in tier 1. And I would probably put them around here with Moria. Actually, I think Moria might be a bit better, but I think Sugar's a bit better than, or a little bit more use. Actually, no, Straw Hats are still pretty good because they can remove any debuff. That's pretty valuable for them. So I'll leave that for now. That's pretty fine for them. We got Reiju. Reiju's fine, but a little bit niche. She's probably the top of this tier. No, she's probably a bit higher than that. She's probably around Bullet. Around here. I'm okay with that. And then Vivi, I think Vivi is definitely better than Reiju. I don't think that's a big surprise to anybody. I think it's around here. Vivi's got a really good captain effect. I mean, Strength, Free Spirit, and Cerebral, full border slot special, Orb Lock, Orb Boost, if you already have an Orb Boost, Orb Buff, like just really basic, but very good. Good support effect, good in PvP, just a great unit all around. Next we got Kizaru. This is one of the legends I actually don't own. And I know that he is very good though, a very respectable unit with a great special ability. I think he deserves to be around here, something like that. I'd probably leave him there for now. And then we have Carrot 6+, got an amazing buff this month. Definitely deserves to be in tier 1. I think she's going to be... You know what? I think I'm going to leave her here. I think I'm pretty okay with leaving her here. I haven't had much of an opportunity to use her because of all these brand new legends that have been releasing over this past month, but I want to make sure that I can use this character, try her out in some content, see how she performs, because on paper she does seem to be a very incredibly powerful unit. I really want to use this in some content. Next, we have CP0 Lucci. Man, this guy is a beast. I love CP0 Lucci. I think that his captain effect is like super underrated. The fact that it makes so many slots count as beneficial. I think Vivi might be a little bit more valuable for your account though. But base attack boost, orb boost, remove all turns of enemies blue shield. Like what? Like not many characters in the game can do that. This guy's one of them. And his super type special is a little bit of a letdown, I must say. But as a unit overall, I'm pretty impressed with CP0 Lucci. Alright, there's still quite a fair few units to go. We've got Yamato right now. Yamato, I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that I think this unit is a potential top 5 best unit. Obviously, we're going to have to make some changes because we have a lot of units to go, but I think she's probably one of the top 5 best units in the game. Next, we have Ulti Page 1. Great switch ability, great special ability, but a terrible captain effect. I think because of that, it's probably around the, I mean, my face is covering it, but around the Moria tier. I know you guys can't really see it there, but around that tier seems pretty good for Ulti Page 1. Leave it like that for now. Next, we have Jack. He got a little bit of an upgrade, but it's nothing crazy. I'll just leave him here for now, that's fine. Next, we have Halloween Boa Hancock, whose captain effect is a little underwhelming. It's usable, but just underwhelming, and a special ability that is basically just utility. And I think for her, this one's a bit of a difficult one to place. I think I'm around this Bullet tier as well for her. Kind of similar to Reiju and Bullet, I think. And then for Perona, I think Perona is definitely better than Boa. I'm going to put her here, maybe here. The fact is you can basically get a guaranteed conditional boost and has the same type of orb manipulation as Wano Law. And the fact that, you know, it's a guaranteed conditional boost that you don't have to have like a condition. Like the only condition really is you have to be 80% or lower for your health. which is a lot easier to fulfill than an enemy having specifically 10 million HP or more. So you can, you know, that's just ulti page 1 for a comparison, but I think Peruna is a very underrated unit. Not many people are talking about her right now, but I think she's super solid and people need to talk about her a bit more. Next, we have Pudding 6+. Man, one of the most underwhelming 6+s of the year for sure. Still a good unit though, and I think, you know, very unique. Still very good. Probably top of tier 3 just because of her uniqueness in content. Next, we have the Superclass, Doflamingo, and Katakuri. Dude, these units are so good. Oh man, they're so much fun to use. I think Dofi's tier 0. Driven are so good in the game right now, and he has a passive effect to remove Special Bind, increases matching slot chance, great special ability. Now, where do I want to put him, though? That is the question at hand. I think he is probably here for me. That's where I want to put him. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And then Katakuri, unfortunately, got the short end of the stick. I think he's definitely a lot less desirable, but at the same time, he is still boosting Powerhouse, and Powerhouse are one of the best classes in the game. Because of that, he still deserves to be in this tier. I think he's around this level here with Lucci and Kaido around this level here for sure for Katakuri, my boy. Next, we have Nami, Usopp, and Jinbei Robin. Look, I don't remember too much about these units. I know that they're a color affinity booster. They get the conditional boost and stuff. Just a really wonky unit. Not a big fan of this Nami Usopp. I mean, I'll leave them at the top of tier 4 for now because I know that they can do some really cool things. I'm just not that much of a fan of them. And for Robin Jinbei, I think I'm going to leave them in tier 2. They got a really good captain ability. Special ability is definitely more defensive and utility based. So I guess they're kind of the same as like Boa, right? I think it's around that tier. I mean, the captain ability is pretty good though, so it might be bumped up a bit more, maybe around this level here. Yeah, I think that's pretty okay. Yeah, I'm okay with leaving them there for now. Look, it's a unit I haven't had much experience with, so I can't really say for sure where I would put them, but they just seem just kind of okay. I don't even know why they even made this a batch unit. Just a really, really weird batch overall. We're nearly at the end, guys. We're nearly there. So now we have Kaido and the lead performers. I think a lot of people would probably rank them very high. I think they're good, but I don't think they're broken. I think they're pretty respectable. I think around the same level as V1 Kaido is pretty respectable for them. Of course, they've got other things going on aside from end of turn damage, but they're not broken. At least not in my eyes anyway. Not right now. I think they're pretty good though. They're a really fun unit to use, and color affinity special definitely lets them down. It would have been better if it was an attack boost or an orb boost, something like that would have been a bit more usable. But hey, like the super switch is amazing, just guaranteeing them to get max special, and they're fine. I like the end of turn damage being strength or quick. They're good. They're really, really good. 6+ Brook, I mean, considering how unique this unit is, I feel like he does deserve to be on the list in some capacity. But as for how good he actually is, I mean, I'll leave him here in tier 4 for now. We have Roger and Newgate, and then the Luffy and the Straw Hats. We will leave him in just a moment because we're going to talk about Odin. Now, of course, currently as of recording this video, which is on the 30th of December, we do not have access to his 6+ quite yet. We only know what he does on paper. However, knowing what he does on paper, he is one of the best legends in the game. I think that currently, he might even be tier 0. I'm going to leave him in the top of tier 1 for now. That captain ability buff that he got makes him so much better. Actually usable, Rainbow Captain, Dex and Tandem slots are counted as Wano slots now. You're just generating so much. I mean, him with Sober Mask, him with Raid Cracker, just naturally getting so many Wano slots. Buffing his orb boost to 2.75 times as well. Dude, like... 6+ Odin's ridiculous. Honestly, might be one of the best 6+s of the year. Just no cap. Like, straight up amazing buffs to this unit. But now we get to the big daddies. We get to Roger and Newgate, and also Luffy and the Straw Hats. Now, I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that these two units deserve to be considered as top 5 best legends in the game. So we are going to have to make a couple of changes here, and very briefly we need to add Kung Fu Luffy to the list, and we need to add Akainu to the list. Akainu is actually like still okay, but just not the best. He was about here, and Kung Fu Luffy's definitely going to be in this tier, probably around here. That's fine for him. Alright, so going back to the top 5. What do I think are the top 5 best legends in the game? Now, a lot of people have been asking me since the release of the New Year's Legends, who do you think is better? Do you think it's Roger and Newgate? Do you think it's Luffy and the Straw Hats? I made a video discussing this topic, and I basically said in the video that I don't really think it makes a difference as to which of these two units that you pull for, because both of them are just amazing units. However, saying that though, I think due to the fact that we've had to discuss this unit multiple times in this tier list, and the fact that they basically changed the way that some of the other units perform in content now, I think that Luffy and the Straw Hats should be considered as the best unit in the game. And that's crazy to think, because personally, I don't like using this unit as much as Roger and Newgate, because Roger and Newgate are freaking cool as hell. As I said, we've talked about Luffy and the Straw Hats so much in this video alone, talking about how all these different units, while they're fine on their own, under the Straw Hats can work for the whole team and make them so much better. Luffy and the Straw Hats literally make all other units in the game better just because they are being used as a captain. And I think because of that, they should be considered the best legend in the game. Saying that though, I do believe that the second best unit in the game is not that far behind. And saying that though, I don't know who it is. It's going to be between either Roger or Roger and Newgate. And I don't really know which one I think is number 2, because these units are so fresh and I haven't had too much time to use them in content. But I do like both of these units, honestly. I think just for the content right now, I'm going to put them as number 2. And then Roger is going to be my number 3 best unit. However, I have a feeling that OG Roger might still be the unit that I would use a bit more, just because getting access to a super type special that can generate you slots in the orb lock, like that's super powerful to have. But when you have Roger and Newgate, which can generate adjacent slots matching 1.5 attack, 1.5 orb boost every single turn, and their special ability that can make any attack boost or any orb boost become a 3x1 instead, that's also pretty valuable. No other unit in the game can do what they do. And their special ability provides utility. You got Roger's captain effect that can provide innate utility. This unit is great. However, at the same time, their captain effect is restricted to only striker and slasher characters, and that is a little bit of a downside, but at the same time, you get access to slasher and strikers, because that's amazing. You've got really good units under slasher and striker, right? There's that, and of course their switch ability is a rainbow boost, so that's nice at least. So even if you're using a unit that isn't fully boosted by Roger and Whitebeard, they're still going to be a nice addition to the team just because Roger and Whitebeard have such powerful captain effects alone. So that's my opinion on all of that. I think Luffy Straw Hat's number 1, Roger Newgate number 2, and then we've got Roger number 3. Now, as for number 4, this might surprise some people, just in terms of the way that I have personally ranked units in the past. I think Toki is the 4th best unit in the game. I think this unit is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that this unit alone can just provide so much damage to 2 of your characters, and like, while, yeah, it's only 2 of your characters, they're only getting a 3.5 to 2 characters. Those 2 units basically destroy everything. It's actually crazy. Like, and the thing about it is you can abuse it in such a way where, you know, it doesn't matter what content you're going up against. You can just make sure, oh, you're up against quick content. I'm just going to go ahead and use Toki special on my 2 Dex units. Boom, they just kill the boss. It's like, oh, I'm up against Psy content. My 2 Int units, boom, super boost, they're dead. That's super cool that this unit can be used in such a way that you can abuse it in different teams, in different situations, not even just to give you damage, but to also avoid different debuffs. Like, this unit is so amazing, and I think for that reason, I'm going to leave her as the 4th best unit in the game. Now, after that, we have a very difficult decision to make, because I believe the 5th best unit in the game is between Ace and Akainu and Yamato. And honestly, just because of the access of Wano slots, I think I'm going to give it to Yamato, which is going to put Ace and Akainu at the top of tier 0, and then Shanks and Whitebeard at 2nd place in tier 0. And because of that, we're going to buff all these characters down, because I'll only want to make sure we have 5 characters in this tier here. So I think this is about where I'm going to leave it for now. Looking at it though, I don't feel happy with this though, because I just don't think that Doflamingo should be in this tier when we've got like a couple of these characters here. Like, I think Shanks Crew still deserves to be in here for some reason. I just think he does. Maybe move Law down. I think that's okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. Yeah, that looks good. I think that actually looks good. That's the way that I think I'd rank it right now. So my top 5 best characters in the game: Luffy and the Straw Hats, Roger and Newgate, Roger, Toki, and then Yamato. My tier 0, Ace Akainu, Whitebeard Shanks, Final Tap Kid, Shanks Crew, and Superclass Doflamingo. And then we have these characters here for tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, just in case you guys haven't seen all the icons and where everyone is currently ranked. So I think as of right now, this is where I'm personally going to rank all of the characters in the game, all of the legends in the game. I feel pretty confident in this list, but of course this list will definitely change moving into next month as we get more opportunities to use some of these characters. These characters will shift. Don't get me wrong, characters are going to move around at the start of February, which is when the next tier list will release. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Really hope you guys have enjoyed this video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.